Thank you, Magda and Sean, for coming to Caboodle Finance to tell us about your broking experience. How did you feel when you got your loan approved?
Relieved in the end, excited,
Happy?
scared, but yeah, mainly relieved and very happy.
Excellent. Was it easy for you to get a loan to fund your dream home that you're building?
With you, yes, at the very beginning and in the end of going to a major lender, no.
Okay. Why did you decide to get the help of a mortgage broker in the first place?
And like I said, at the very end of going to a major bank, a major lender, within 24 hours of settlement on the land, they hadn't submitted the paperwork to get approved for the actual loan. So my conveyancer put me onto Caboodle Finance and yourself, and we went from there.
So you said 24 hours before settlement. That's crisis point.
It is, it was. We had a mobile lender come out to the house about 6 months prior to registration.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time. She took down all our details, all our pay slips, all the relevant documentation. She said she'd do some groundwork and all the rest of it. Then the land actually did finally register, and we rang and let them know, and she said, okay, I'll get onto the loan paperwork and stuff like that. Requested new, updated pay slips and all the rest of it. And then just kept ringing, and then everything was a problem. All little things, oh, I need this from you, and I need this from you, and things we had already provided or we'd already stated, whether it was in writing or in emails or in photocopies. And then with 24 hours to go, that lender actually rang and said, I don't know what to do. Should I submit the loan paperwork? And
So the lender actually asked you,
yes,
the client, what do I do when she's actually the professional?
Yeah.
Okay.
She actually said, and I said, look, just submit it. I'm stuck. I don't know if you guys will now say yes or no. Do I go somewhere else? Do I stay with you? So with 24 hours to go of settling on the land part of the construction sort of process, I was basically up a creek.
And admittedly, that close to settlement, you would have had thousands of dollars, 10% deposit for the land, 5% for the bill potentially on the line.
All up with all the fees and things that I had already paid out, I would have lost close to $60,000 in deposits, and Stocklands could have seized the land and try to sell it, and if they couldn't sell it for the price that I had bought it at, they could have sued me for the difference.
Wow. And this is your first home. Great introduction to buying your first home, and when it's supposed to be exciting. And I certainly remember the pressure, because we had to get it done in a very short amount of time. So I can't imagine what you guys were going through. You might have heard about the Banking Royal Commission in the media of late. They're basically recommending that customers pay the fee that the lender would otherwise pay the broker. Having done this process now, would you consider paying a broker for that fee for service in the future?
To be honest, I'm of two minds to that. If it was, for example, yourself and Caboodle Finance, then I would probably pay that fee. Had I been where I was, if I was right where I was before, I would probably not, because it's more money at the start. I wouldn't have that money. We wouldn't have that money to be able to do that. Plus, what happens if I pay you and then you can't get the loan, or you can't do something and then I have to go somewhere else? What, am I expected to pay them and pay them and pay them and keep looking and going into all these different places and mortgage brokers and keep paying everybody, not knowing the outcome?
Yeah, sure. And I suppose I don't think anyone's aware of what the outcome's going to be in the future. It certainly seems unfair to me that when a lender's currently paying a broker's commission, that then be, given to the client to have to pay. So it's not something that I support at all. But yeah, look, thank you for coming along and sharing your story with Caboodle Finance. And I'm certainly glad to be able to have helped you guys, and I'm going to enjoy watching you build your new home.
Yes, you were definitely a godsend, that's for sure.
Excellent. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks.